Hello anyone, this is Kaisen here and welcome back to more Love at First Sight. Last time we clashed with the resident anime school bully character. She seemed fun. Today, who knows, maybe we date Cyclopses. Let's go. About 2 weeks have passed. I've met Sachi for lunch in the stairway that leads up to the roof every day, and she's gone through countless manga and novels. I don't even remember having that many manga. Where do they keep coming from? We've also gone to and from school together when we could. Sachi hasn't asked for help since the day I offered it to her, but even still, every now and then I go around to her classroom to meet her, and punch out Sadokawa. It makes me feel good. Of course, I try not to draw attention to myself anymore and just go to retrieve Sachi as quickly as I can. I just snatch her up and run out of the classroom. People question it, but I just keep running. Even though Sachi's free from Sadokawa, I think she's still worried about being bullied. There's no especially noticeable change, but Sachi's smile doesn't seem faked like it did before. Little by little, smiling is becoming more natural for her. What are you smiling about while narrating about smiling? Today, as always, I arrive home after walking Sachi to her house, and I run into my mom, who seems to have come out to check the mail. Oh, nothing. I certainly didn't hear a funny joke earlier. Is my face betraying what I'm thinking? I try to put on a more neutral expression as I reply, but it doesn't work. It may be because I have my hands all over my face. You've been getting up so early these past few weeks. Having fun at school? Aw, yeah. Something like that. It's not like we've actually been planning to meet up in the morning. We just keep getting lucky, I guess. Out in front of the school, in the hallway, in the upstairs area, we just keep getting lucky all over the place. But yes, it does mean that I've been getting to school earlier than I used to. The main reason I'm leaving early is that I'd hate to let the chance to meet Sachi in the morning slip away. The fact that it's put a stop to my habit of being late is just a nice side effect. Also, you seem a little bit obsessive, guy. Oh, my. I thought she was going to pry into my school life, but the mail seems to have caught her attention first. She scans the envelopes and eventually stops on one, separating it from the others. She reads it, and after a moment, finally sighs. Finally, we're moving away from this place and going across the country. What's wrong? Nothing, we're just finally moving away from this place. I won tickets to a private showing of a new movie, but it's on the same day that we plan to visit some of your father's relatives, so I can't go. A private showing? You really hit it big. Well, I do enter a lot of those kinds of drawings. Just last week, I won an infinite supply of food. Filling out entries to those prize lotteries is my mom's hobby. She systematically scans the web and fills out every one she can find. She actually wins quite a few of those private showings, so my dad and I accompany her to them pretty often. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. You said you had plans for that day? When is it? You usually do everything you can to go to those. It's this Sunday afternoon. These sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Sundays. Hey, could I have those tickets, since you and Dad can't go, purely because of that reason and no other? Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if the movie's good or not, but I still don't want to waste the tickets. Great, thanks. And that's how I got them yesterday. Who are you talking to? Oh, just the audience. I mean, you guys, yes, you, my classroom chums. Lunchtime. As I eat with Tomo and Akemi, I show them the tickets for the private showing that I got from my mom. Aren't they pretty? They're all shiny and they got our names on them.
Wow, I never heard of that movie, but it looks like fun.
Akemi is practically squealing with delight as she looks over the tickets. Oh ho, so now the answer to the question of which of us to invite is neither, I'm guessing. Good guess, Tomo.
Huh? No way, he didn't say that. I wanna go.
Bad guess, Akemi.
Ah, man. What the heck? I totally thought I knew where you were going with this. You wanted to go out on a date with me, right? But you're not taking us? Meanie? I want to see the movie too.
Sorry, I've only got 2 tickets. If I invited one of you, that means I have to leave the other of you behind. So he's going to invite you-know-who instead. His life seems to revolve around her lately.
I know who? Oh, Sadakawa, right?
Yeah, so what do you think?
I think it's a terrible idea. You should take Sachi.
What do we think? They're your tickets. And besides, you're the one who knows your relationship with her best. Well, whatever. It's not like I wanted to go or anything like that. I haven't waited half my life for that book to be turned into that movie. No, sure, go ahead and invite her. Well, I've never hung out with a girl outside of school. I'm a little nervous.
Hello? What about that trip we took together on the last holiday?
Wait, you're a girl? Holy crap. You're a poor replacement for a girl. Oh, burn.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, what I mean is whenever we meet, Tomo's almost always there as well.
Well, yeah, I guess that is true.
I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but you're the one she knows best. We can't really give you much advice, but if you coerce her into going, she's never going to be comfortable around you again. If you plan to accompany her there, that should be enough to convince her, right? Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I should actually find out where we're going first, though, huh? Yeah, that would be a good idea, rather than just blindly walking around who knows where, and then getting lost, and then getting mugged, and then getting kidnapped, and oh my god, what a terrible day. We just wanted to see a movie, why?
Man, I guess it does make the most sense for you to take Sachi instead of us. Still wish you'd take me, though. I still feel like I'm missing out, though.
Well, if Sachi ends up rejecting me, I'll hand the tickets off to you two, since at that point I wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. 2 tickets for 1 person? What, am I gonna watch the thing twice?
Huh? You sure? But you could go alone if you wanted, couldn't you? Go watch it twice?
Yeah, I just said that.
I know.
Maybe, but do I want to go alone? Besides, those tickets are in my mom's name. If one of the people trying to use them isn't female, they might not accept them at all. Anyway, that's all moot if Sachi agrees to come.
I can't make the decision for you now that I have a stake in it. Stake. Do I want to see the movie? Or do I want to see the day when I finally meet Sacha and come sooner? I guess either would be good.
What about you, Tomo? If you do hand the tickets off to us, that means I have to spend the day with Akemi, which is a pretty tiring prospect. Then again, I can't exactly refuse your generosity. I am free that day, and going to a movie might be a worthwhile diversion. He likes Akemi.
Wow, I didn't realize you were that excited to go on a date with me, Tomo.
Look, I'll do it, but do you know how much energy it takes the average person to keep up with you? The two keep talking, but I think they've already forgotten what has to happen before they get those tickets. Thanks for your input, guys. Anyway, you're not getting the tickets. I'm gonna take Sadakawa instead. I'm done with my lunch, so I'm going to hurry up and go find Sachi. I stand up and head for the stairway. Stairway? No, that's a hallway. That's a stairway. Oh, hi.
Oh, Mamoru-senpai.
What's up? Sachi is, yet again, sitting in the same place in the same way as when I first met her, huddled in the corner, crying her eye out. I've been coming by day after day, and each time I leave, it seems like she's a little brighter. It's comforting. Hey, are you doing anything this Sunday? I want to go someplace. I want to drag you along. I get right to the point, sitting down in my usual spot, shoulder to shoulder.
Sunday? No, I don't have any plans. Why do you ask?
Well, my mom won one of those sneak peeks to a new movie, but she can't go to it. She gave me these tickets, but there's only 2, so I wasn't sure what to do with them at first. But...
What? A movie? With me? Don't you have any other friends you could invite? Or friends at all? Aren't you some kind of friendless loser? You're talking to me, right?
It's not that I don't, but I don't have enough tickets for both of them. If you refused, I was just going to give the tickets to them, but I'm asking if you want to go first.
Yes, of course. Oh, but the movie theater is far away, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can just take the train, can't we? Or did you not want to travel too far?
No, it's not that. Just, if we take the train, we have to pay for tickets.
Doesn't your aunt give you an allowance or something?
No, she makes me work for it. Not really. I've never asked for it.
Are you and your aunt on bad terms?
I don't think she really likes me that much. Though, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I mean, she hits me from time to time, but she says that's a love tap.
You don't know? Don't you live with her? You don't communicate? Couldn't you ask other family members or something?
No, I ate them all. No, it's fine, really. My family... My mom got sick and died years ago. As for my dad, I was told he left when I was very young.
Your mom... Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's been a long time since then. Like, 2 days or so.
Well, what about your dad? You said he left?
No one ever told me what happened, but he probably left because of me. I think he must have left right after I was born. I don't have any memory of him.
Sachi's eyes seem to dim as she tells me this. Quick, change the subject. Make things happy. Make a face. I suppose she wouldn't really remember if she was that young when he left, but I could see a little glimmer of sadness in her eye when she admitted it.
My mom didn't abandon me, though. She did her very best to raise me alone. She was a very kind mother. It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. Buying so many eye drops for me, I went through so many bottles. It took too much of a toll on her body, and after that... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so depressing.
No, I brought it up. I'm the one who should be apologizing. Are you? Well, you brought up family, but she brought up all the sad stories. So after that, your aunt took custody of you?
Yes, that's right. Aunt Mayumi seemed to be really close with my mom. Before she died, my mom told Mayumi that she was counting on her to take care of me. That's why she adopted me. But I'm sure my aunt hates me. She just hasn't said anything. She probably blames me for her unhappiness and the death of her beloved sister.
You must not like your aunt very much.
No, that's not it. I'm grateful to her for taking care of me. I just don't want to be a nuisance to her. It wouldn't be right for me to ask her for something as selfish as spending money.
I see. Thanks for telling me all that. Now that I know, I can take out Mayumi in your free game.
What?
Nothing.
I've never had anyone to talk to before, so thank you for listening to me.
But you know, I really do want to hang out with you. If you want, I can pay for the train ride and stuff. I don't mind at all. I'm loaded. I'm an eldritch creature. I can just rob people and nobody can question it.
No, I couldn't. I want to hang out with you too, but I have to ask Mayumi if I can first. But if you have to pay for me, we should just not go. I don't want to be a nuisance to you any more than my aunt.
I don't know about your aunt, but you're not being a nuisance to me at all.
But...
I said no. There's no rush. Why don't you decide after you've asked her?
Yeah, alright.
By the way, since we have to go all the way to the next town to get to the movie theater, why don't we just get there early so we can wander around for a bit? The movie starts in the afternoon, so we can get lunch or something. Make it a date.
Okay. I suddenly feel very nervous.
Come on, this isn't some huge event. We're just going to have a little fun. Loosen up.
I'll try.
There you go. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have a cell phone? We should exchange numbers before we get. It'll be useful in case we want to get in touch later on.
Oh, yes. I carry one in case of emergencies.
The cell phone Sachi takes out is ancient, but she fumbles with it awkwardly. The thing is huge and weighs a half-ton. It looks like maybe it's from the 80s. It's really plain, too. Not a single sticker or anything. Not even one of those silly straps.
How do I do this? I've never had to work a phone before.
I think you have to press this. As I press a random button, the phone suddenly explodes, blowing off her fingers. She must not use it much. In fact, it looks like she barely knows how to use it at all. I guess that worked.
Thank you. Come to think of it, what's the movie about?
Oh right, I should have told you before. It's some movie from Germany. It doesn't look like it's some huge adventure, more like a drama I guess, though the story is pretty light, so maybe it's like a comedy? I take the flyer that came with the tickets out of my pocket to show Sachi.
Oh, that looks interesting.
I've never seen it, so I can't really tell you if it's interesting or not.
Well, it is a new movie, so you wouldn't have seen it. Even going to a movie theater is exciting. I've only ever seen movies on TV.
Well, a private showing isn't something you can just go to anytime. It's not a regular movie theater, and after it's over, you have to fill out a simple questionnaire.
But that also sounds exciting.
I'm glad you think so then. That sounds a little bit boring doing the questionnaire, but hey, fun times together, right? The bell chimes as lunch period ends.
Oops, looks like we need to get going. I'll ask my aunt about the movie when I get home.
Alright, great. See you later. Dots. More dots. The next day, I've got a lot on my mind as I'm walking to school along the route Sachi always takes. Hopefully, Sachi talked to her aunt about coming to hang out with me. I wonder what her aunt will say. Sachi doesn't seem to think she likes her very much. Sachi's covered in wounds, but her aunt didn't seem to be concerned about it in the slightest when I met her. Maybe Sachi's right. Actually, I did kind of get that impression. She seemed really cold. Everything she touched turned to ice. It was very strange. Although I can't really judge her based on the tiny amount of contact I've had with her, so I don't know if that's really how she is. If her aunt didn't say it was okay, Sachi will naturally refuse, but I still want to take her out even if I had to force her to let me pay for her train ticket, and drag her along by her hair. This guy's getting a little bit obsessive. If her family isn't supporting her, then that's all the more reason for me to do so. I mull these things over as I walk, staring at the passing pavement beneath me without looking up. Suddenly, BAM! I run into a power pole.
Good morning, Mamoru-senpai.
I look up to see Sachi standing before me. Holy crap, where did you come from? Oh, good morning, Sachi.
Something wrong?
No, I just ran into a power pole, but otherwise I'm fine. Nothing. I just wasn't looking where I was going, so you surprised me. Sorry. I'm used to having to catch up with her. This is the first time I've heard her calling out from behind me. She seems happy to see me. Oh, there's that blush. She is happy to see you.
I was wondering if I'd see you while I was walking. My aunt said it was okay for me to spend the day with you, senpai. She even said she'd pay for the train and lunch.
Oh boy, lunch. Really? That's great.
Yes.
I was preparing for the worst. This is a little unexpected.
I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, I heard the movie was actually based off some German novel. I think it was called Mine Camp or something like that. I don't really know much about it. We continue chatting about the movie, what we'll do that day, and other little things until we arrive at school. Sachi seems to be more excited about this than I thought she would be. She doesn't even know that much about the town we're headed to. Dots. More dots. What's with all the dots? Sunday, the day I'm going out with Sachi. We decided I would meet her at her house since it was so close to my own. I had some time to spare, so I arrived at Sachi's house a little earlier than we discussed, and then I stared through her window while she was dressing. Oh my. I don't mind waiting if she still needs to get ready. I ring the doorbell. After an hour, I hear soft footsteps approaching shortly before the front door opens. Oh hi, Mayumi! However, standing before me is not Sachi, but her Aunt Mayumi. It's not like I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'm surprised nonetheless, and my body goes rigid. Good morning. I'm here to meet Sachi. Good morning, Mamoru-kun. I've heard all about it. It feels like Mayumi is searching me for something with her icy gaze. Do you have X-ray vision or something?
Good morning, Senpai. You're here early.
Sure enough, Sachi appears behind Mayumi. It seems like she's ready to go, but she looks between Mayumi and me with a troubled expression.
Are you two going to fight?
I think Sachi is more surprised than I am that Mayumi answered the door. But Mayumi pays Sachi no mind as she stares at me and begins to speak. The movie ends this evening, right? Once the movie is over, come right home, okay? Right, we will. I wasn't planning on staying out that late anyway, but the warning look in her eyes is a little unsettling nonetheless. I don't know, looks like dead eyes to me, kinda like Tomo. Alright then, off you go. With that, Mayumi steps aside and lets Sachi out onto the street.
Yes, goodbye.
Dots. We get a good distance away from Sachi's house before we start speaking again.
I'm sorry about that.
Why are you apologizing? I mean, I was surprised, but it seems like she was just worried about you.
She probably just didn't want to have to deal with any trouble I might cause.
Actually, I have no idea what she was thinking. Maybe Sachi's right after all. Whatever. Forget about that and let's get going. It's time to have some fun!
Yeah, sure.
We're about to start heading in the direction of the station, but... What's wrong?
Huh? What do you mean?
I was so distracted with thinking about Mayumi that I didn't notice Sachi's wearing casual clothing. This is the first time I've seen her in anything other than her uniform, and it's not tattered and torn up. She's wearing a plain skirt and a worn-out hoodie. I realized Sachi put her hood up and her head down as soon as we started walking. Do you really have to walk that way? Can't you walk this way with sass?
Huh? This is how I always do it. Do you not like it?
No, it's really suspicious looking. Walking around with a hood? Are you some kind of a drug dealer? I think it would be best if you took off the hood at least.
It's suspicious looking?
Yeah. When someone has their hood up and you can't see their face, don't you think that person is kind of suspicious? Makes people want to stare at you even more?
Oh, I see.
Would be nice if they had actually had the art for her having the hood up. I'm curious what that would look like. This is how she always does it? I don't know what it's like for her, but still, when she's with me, I don't want her to act weird like that. We're supposed to be walking together, but I can't even see her face. Look, I know you usually try not to let people see you, but you're with me today, you know? No matter what happens, I'm right here next to you.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
She's still anxious and she's still keeping her head down, but at least she seems to have given up on the hood for now. Right, let's get going then, shall we?
Okay.
Dots. 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 Cliffhanger. So yeah, it's been taking a long time to record some of these, so I decided to cut this one, I assume, in half. So next time, we get the actual date, and maybe things will get all lovey-dovey. But anywho, this has been Love at First Sight. I hope you've enjoyed reading. If you did, then give the like button a tap. And if you want to see more like this or more from me, then give the subscribe button a big thumbs up. I will see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.